For us, it was a lovely process from start to finish. No question that I would highly recommend any parents who's considering you to bite the bullet and go for it, because the results are going to be there.
Everything was super, super structured and thorough. So it made it easier for me to like know what needed to be done when. For example, there was like CPP we used to have timelines to communicate. When you're applying to college, you can't really miss a step because that'll really mess up the process. And having everything laid out so clearly, starting so early, like my junior year, summer writing those essays was super helpful compared to my classmates who started just even thinking about college their fall of senior year. I was already so much more ahead, so much more prepared. I already had a better idea of what I wanted, like where I wanted to go to school. I already had my big essay written, my Common App essay written. So it was peace of mind because I knew that everything was so planned out and organized in the right way that I felt I knew I was going to end up in the right place.
As a parent, I was overlooking the process, and what was very helpful for us was not having to get involved in the writing of all the essays and how to tailor them, both the supplemental and the general essays. That would have been tremendously difficult for us to supervise that, and having Angeli and Tyler do that for us and with Sofia was extremely helpful. Overall, the process of selecting the colleges and going back and forth with the different tiers that are needed to make sure that our daughter was going to go to school in the right place would have been very challenging if we had to do it ourselves. And so having somebody else be leading the process and doing it with Sofia, it was extremely helpful. And that takes a lot of probably stress out of parents not to have to do it themselves, because then it's the child and parent relationship that comes into the mix.
The process went so smoothly, I feel like, for me and my parents, and like being an only child and not having done this before, like this was their first and last time for this. It was just such a smooth and organized process, which obviously you have to put in the work, but when you put in the work, you get the results, and I would highly recommend.
No question that the investment up front is a hurdle for most parents, including us. And we've heard you, Anjali, tell us that you had an amazing track record, which is hard to believe when you start. Result being, Sofia, because of her hard work and the work coached with you, received an incredible scholarship in multiple schools. It shows how well the work is done, and if the student is good to follow the process, then the results will be there. So from an ROI standpoint, no question that it's worth every penny. And more importantly, I think what you're doing really well for students is yes, you're the leading force behind it, but you empower Sofia, my daughter, to do what she needed to do on her own and then get the results as well. So it's on both sides, the student gratification and feeling empowered, as well as the pure financial aspect and the coaching that came through you. So thank you.